Hello and welcome to the Preparing for Online Facilitation workshop. We have quite a few participants who teach across most course subject matters involved in this training. This is a really wonderful opportunity to meet your colleagues and begin building the relationships that will create and maintain a professional learning network. Among this group are a number of faculty who have taught online or hybrid, some who have used digital learning tools to supplement their face-to-face teaching, and others who are just beginning to explore the opportunities digital learning tools and online learning can provide and support. Before I get started talking about the training, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Jennifer Marcolongo, and I started working at Nashville Community College as an intern in January 2010. Through this internship, I offered Blackboard support to faculty, staff, and students. And as an intern, I reported to the instructional designer for the college and learned about instructional design principles and how they apply to online learning. As a measure of completion of my internship, I created an NCC Faculty e-learning resource center, which is hosted on Blackboard and accessible when you log into your Blackboard account. If you do not see the NCC Faculty e-learning resource center listed as one of the courses in which you are enrolled when you log into Blackboard, please let me know and I will enroll you so you can access the Blackboard tutorials, digital learning tools, and best practices in online learning and facilitation, as well as ways to implement and blend digital learning tools. Following the internship and in August 2011, I accepted the position of the online instructional assistant for Nashville Community College. In that position, I continued my Blackboard support for faculty and was specifically responsible for aiding in the development of online courses offered at NCC and monitoring the quality of online courses through mid-semester and end-of-semester evaluations. The data collected was used to assess needs and plan future training opportunities, as well as guide the research I do in order to ensure Nashville Community College is offering quality online course experiences. Further, I created a common course design template, which you will implement following this training. I monitored online course quality, as I mentioned, through the end of semester and mid-semester evaluations, and worked with instructors as they planned their online courses and implemented digital learning tools. I have facilitated a number of workshops for the Adjunct Certification Training Program, as well as some in-house lunch and learns. I now currently act as an online learning consultant for Nashville Community College and also the Community College System of New Hampshire. For Nashville Community College, I facilitate this training, and for the Community College System in New Hampshire, I am on the Distance Learning Committee and also promote and coordinate the eDesign initiative. eDesign is a web-based and technology-enhanced tool used to measure online course quality design based on a set of standards. You will be introduced to eDesign within the first week, and if you'd like to know more about eDesign, just let me know. Now let me offer some information about this training. Just for starters, for some background information, why was this training developed? One reason this training was developed was to offer a definition of what online learning is and communicate that definition. There are so many misconceptions about online learning and teaching, which have really been bred from the bad examples we hear in stories about, horror online learner and online teaching experiences. A goal of this workshop is to dispel those myths and ensure that the online courses we offer do not contribute to those negative misconceptions. This training will help to create a confident online instructor and also consistent online course quality design and experiences for our community. The consistency is created through the communicated standards we hold our online faculty to, which are communicated through this workshop, including characteristics of successful online instructors and an online course quality rubric, eDesign, which is a useful tool as you develop and then determine how your online environment meets the course quality design expectations based on research and national standards. This workshop was also developed to offer the opportunity for assistance as each instructor considers, plans, designs, and develops their own online learning experiences. For the experienced online instructor, this training offers an opportunity for reflection and to learn what's new in online learning, as well as learn the new standards we have for our online learning environments. This training helps to keep us in alignment with other colleges who offer online courses, as many colleges require their faculty to complete a training specific to meet the expectations and needs of the college and the college's learners. With that said, I always like to say, rest assured that if you've taken a training in the past or have experience with online teaching and blended technologies, all of that has been taken into consideration. This is why I ask everyone to complete the faculty readiness assessment, which are used to develop your individual faculty training plans. The score from the assessment, your experiences, and the statements you made on your enrollment form, as well as the readiness assessment, were very important in determining your needs and wants and expectations for this training. Having experienced online instructors participate in this training is so helpful because they can offer relevant and real life examples and share those examples with other experienced online instructors and less experienced online instructors. Through sharing these experiences, we can build a professional learning community and develop as individuals and colleagues. How this training was developed. Well, this training was developed following research into best practices, online learner needs, studies, and a review of other online instructor training programs. Using the Excellent Online Instructor Training Handbook by Paleth and Pratt, this training was developed. Paleth and Pratt are leaders in the professional development, training, and theory of online learning and distance education, and have been in the field of online learning and teaching for over 15 years. It is likely that you will see them mentioned, cited, and quoted in many of the materials shared through this training and many materials you may come across when you do your own research. In week 3, module 7, you can find in the supplementary materials folder a podcast of a podcast recording of Paleth and Pratt describing the Excellent Online Instructor Training Program. Paleth and Pratt emphasize, and I agree, that a one-size-fits-all training model does not work for faculty development in some cases. This is why I had each participant complete the faculty readiness assessment and tell me a little bit about their experience with online learning and teaching. The training was developed to meet the needs of a visitor online instructor who would complete all 19 modules. Because we have experienced online instructors and those with experience with online learning, and also those who already implement technologies into their face-to-face instruction, an individual faculty training plan was created for each participant. Some of you will be required to complete all 19 modules, and some of you, because of your prior experience in training, will not. What is important to note is that in order to have completed the training and earn any continuing education credit hours, you must complete the modules as indicated on your individual faculty training plan. I have emailed each of you a link to a Google document that does not require you to sign into Access, and you can print the training plan, save the site to your favorites, and become familiar and refer back to your faculty training plan when necessary. I hope that by hosting this on the web, this prevents us from losing it through email or, you can always access it. Further, you earn 1 credit hour for each completed module, but will only earn credit hours and have considered completed the training if you complete the modules required and outlined on your individual faculty training plan. This is important to point out, as you can tell because I've mentioned it twice, as for those of you who have a less intensive training plan, you are welcome to complete modules not required per your faculty training plan and will earn credit hours for the extras, but only if you complete the ones you have listed as requirements on your plans. I do not remind participants or send out emails of what modules they have left to complete, so it is really up to you to refer back to and ensure you have met the expectations and requirements set forth by your faculty training plan. If you have any questions about your faculty training plan or comments, send me an email within the first week at jmarcolongo, that's JMARCOLONGO, at ccsnh.edu, so we can discuss your faculty training plan. Each participant can earn up to 20 continuing education units. There are 19 modules to complete, and every participant who completes their faculty training plan will earn 1 additional credit hour. So for example, if you are a master instructor who is only required to complete, say, 8 modules, and you do not do any extras, for extra credit, you will earn 9 continuing education units. You have 6 weeks to complete the training. Each module will take up to an hour to complete, give or take. This is only an estimate, and the actual amount of time depends on many variables. How experienced you are with technology, your experience using Blackboard, software and hardware required, technical difficulties you may encounter, and how much you actually want to get out of the training. I hope that if you find you are spending more time on a module than expected, you are actively learning and the experience better prepares you for what your future in online teaching and learning holds. The first 7 modules, so weeks 1 and the beginning of week 2, take the longest to complete. I mention this because it is not recommended you wait until the last few weeks to engage with and complete those training activities. So that's modules 1 through 7. For some, there's a learning curve involved when completing these modules, and it is important you give yourself enough time to complete those requirements. Everyone, regardless of faculty phase of development, is required to complete the first 7 modules as they specifically communicate standards and expectations that will ensure you are meeting online course quality standards and expectations. You will find that modules 8 through 19 are usually less time consuming and make up for the heavy front loaded format of this training. The online learning environment for our training is broken up into a weekly structure. Although this training is asynchronous and self paced, you may find that the suggested weekly structure helps you plan and organize your time. Information and modules have been chunked together based on relevancy, so even if you do not follow the suggested weekly schedule, it is not recommended that you jump around between modules, but rather complete each module in a chronological order. Each module will introduce you to concepts that will build your knowledge and help you successfully move forward in the training. Throughout the training will communicate standards for online instructors, online learning and facilitation strategies, how to meet online learner needs through design, development, organization, and navigation, as well as how to implement digital learning tools. Further, you will learn how to make the most of Blackboard regardless of what format you teach in. Here is a list of the objectives. You can go through the training syllabus for more details, but in sum, by the end of this training, you will have developed and enhanced your online facilitation skills and have developed your 100% online course syllabus, a policy document. You will have considered and implemented rubrics, developed discussion board topics, and promote online collaboration through an online learning community. You will also develop and refine your online course environment through organization and navigation, and have developed at least one form of assessment to measure student competency. The next steps you're going to want to complete is to review the course tour to become familiar with the Blackboard environment and how this training is organized. Access the Start Here button and review the course policies and syllabus documents. Specifically note the policy about not completing this training over the next 6 weeks. If you feel, after reviewing the Start Here documents, specifically the policy doc and the training syllabus, please let me know by the end of the first week by sending me an email. As mentioned earlier, the training is very front loaded, but overall will require about 20 to 25 hours of your time. Thus, the average of 1 credit per module was developed. All right, so let's jump in. Let's get started. The next thing you want to do is access the week 1 folder and introduce yourself on the discussion board. Obviously, that's following accessing the Start Here button and becoming familiar with the online course environment. Thank you so much, and I really look forward to learning with you.